Hello, scrappy friends. Welcome to Workshop Wednesday. Today we are going to work on page 11 in the book, and it's this one right here. Went ahead, I have that border, that sketch up there in the corner, and I brought in some scraps of colored cardstock that I want to bring into my layout. I also brought in some full sheets. I don't have any scraps of this yellow because it's brand new. This is the solar yellow. Yeah, that's what it's called. And then some dark green that we'll be cutting into here in a minute. For my background, I'm going to use this brown piece right here. And this is, or it's beige, from the Totally Tonal Beige collection. And then one piece of wood grain, which I believe came from Shiplap. Okay, let's create this simple border. First thing we want to do is we want to trim this one at 3/4 of an inch. It's going to go right down here at the bottom. And there we go. That really is the simplest background that we could make. Gives us lots of room for our photos and lots of room to bring in our theme materials. The story I want to tell today is of my daughter's first job, and she worked at Sprouts. And if you're not familiar with that, it's just a grocery store, and they kind of put a healthy twist on it. So they have a lot of fresh produce. She helped to open that store, so when it was open, we went in and took a little tour with her, and we were just shopping around. And then this was the first time a Sprouts had come to our town, so it was kind of exciting. And then here she is in her uniform t-shirt and her first check. So the reason I'm putting all that on here is because when I create my border down here, it's going to really be heavily themed on what we see in our photos. I wanted to put those on there so you kind of see where I'm going. What I'm going to do first for my border is I'm going to bring back in this wood grain. I'm going to bring in the Field Fence border making cartridge, and I'm going to use the back side of the brown wood grain that I used down here and use the light side to create a fence. What I'm trying to recreate here is, if you see in the background of the photos and in this store, they use a lot of crates and wood to display their produce. And I'm going to try to recreate something that I feel is very similar to that kind of gives me that same feeling as it was when we were going through that store for the first time. So I'm going to create these boxes that are going to hold some produce just like they have. So I don't want it to look so much like a fence, so I'm just trimming off the top post of the fence. Then I kind of want to back it, so I just happen to have a scrap of oatmeal that is I think it's 3/4 of an inch. Yep, 3/4 of an inch. And I'm just going to back behind the field fence, just again to kind of represent the crates that are storing the produce. So it's just a small detail, and I used a light color so that I don't want to just take away from my whole page down here, but it's going to look like that. The next thing I want to bring in is the wildflower border punch and my dark green cardstock, and I'm going to punch out a row of wildflowers. I'm going to trim this 1 1/4. 1 1/4. Let's see. Put those top flowers at 1 1/4. I don't need a lot. I just want a little piece so I could tuck it. And then my idea is to tuck it right behind the fence. That's probably okay. Okay, so I'm going to tuck it right behind just to have a little bit of greenery. So I'm trying to make it look like the crate has some produce and greenery popping up from behind it. And put it down here, and it'll look like that. So I'm just building up some veggie looking kind of decorations coming out the top So it's going to go just like that. Now I still want to create and bring in the theme that we are kind of in a farmer's market, because that's the theme that they like to have at Sprouts. So if you've ever been to a Sprouts, you know that they kind of call it a farmer's market. And that's the scenery that I want to do down here. So I'm going to bring in my, what is this one? My grape punch. And it will punch out the grape and the circle. Let's see if this, I hope this scrap is, I just want the grapes. There we go. And I'm going to do probably, let's do 5. And then I'm just going to probably tuck these in underneath the green, and then maybe I'll do one on top of the green. And let's see. Oh, let's see. Got an open space right there. Let's tuck that one under, and this one on top. Okay, so I have 1 extra. We'll do 4 for now, and then come back. I kind of left this spot open right here because I do want to bring in my lemon punch and some more scrap paper and create some lemons, a lemon and an orange. I'm going to punch out 2 of these in green first, because I'm going to layer them so that I have a little green leaf and stem. Let's do an orange one first. And I need 1 yellow one, and that's why I'm bringing in my solar yellow, which I don't normally punch a whole 12 by 12 inch piece, but I don't have anything smaller yet. So, and I love this color for my lemon. Okay, now to do this, I'm just going to trim off the leaf and stem from this one and adhere it right onto that one. So I'm just going to line it up, make a little lemon, and we'll do the same thing to the orange. I always kind of look at my layout and decide, or my pictures, and decide what tools do I have that will work. So my idea is to kind of put them over here, maybe down a little bit more, and just overlap them. Now I know they're not to scale with my grapes, but you know what? That's okay. I'm just trying to get the idea that of that farmer's market again. And that's my border. Now it does, you might be saying that's not keeping it simple, but that's bringing in my theme. The layout itself is very simple, but this is going to be my theme. Okay, and so I have my 4 photos. I wanted to get on an extra one than what they had in the sketch, and I just used the background to figure out my photo placement. I went ahead and already trimmed those down, and I'm going to put them something like that. Now at the top in our sketch, they had another border, and I do feel like mine needs something else. So let me scoot that up and bring in my diamond arches punch. Like I said, this was a grand opening for this store, so I feel like banners are perfect. You can see there's balloons and stuff around. See, 1 inch. I want to include my diamonds there, so yeah, I think 1 inch is going to be perfect. Bring this back down, get that glare off there as much as I can, and I'm going to put it just like that, which means I want to bring down these a little bit too. Very simple border at the top, border at the bottom, with as simple or detailed as you want. And there we go. That's the basic layout. And I do want to matte just one of the photos, which is this one. I'm going to bring back in the dark green. There we go. A little bit of a journaling spot. So I liked what they did in the sketch. They used the strips. Of course, theirs is a little bit opposite of mine, but I'm going to use this area right here for my journaling strip. And so I've always been intimidated by using the strips and cutting them out, but now we have these wonderful write-on stickers. So I thought I'm going to give these a try. This is the first time I used these, This is the 1/2 inch strip. Oops. There's also a 1/4 inch strip, but I kind of have big writing, so I'm gonna use the 1/2 inch on this one. Don't have a lot to say. It's her first job. I just want it in our family album because, you know, it's always exciting when they have their first job. She has her own stories, I'm sure, people she met and things that she can have in her album one day if she wants to, but I just want to have a little bit of a story. So I'm just going to cut these and stagger them kind of like they did in the sketch there. Trying to cut this as straight as possible, upside down. And the good thing about this is when I go to journal, if I do have more to say, I have a little bit more room there. I can add even some more lines. There we go. And let's see, now we are ready to embellish. So they had a circular element right up here, and I'm actually loving on circles right now, but I'm not going to bring in circles this time. I'm going to kind of keep it more on the kind of pointy side, squares, rectangle-y, because of all the other stuff that I have here. And for that, I cut this little frame out on with a metal die I have. It's a little Polaroid frame, and I'm going to use that. Let's bring this down here as my embellishment coming off, like they have to represent what they have in the sketch up there. And again, another great place to bring in your theme items. So I have some theme items here, some older Creative Memory stickers. These are Mrs. Grossman stickers. So I'm going to kind of create a little bit of a produce theme. Let's add our title first. I brought in the stickers from the avocado Totally Tonal packs. Oh, here we go. It all begins here. Cute. So the green matched perfectly with the green I already have. Of course, I want to pop that up onto some foam, and we're going to put it probably like right about here. I'll leave the foam on the back for a minute till we decide for sure. I like the watermelon. I don't think there's watermelon, but there's cantaloupe in there. So I'm going to bring in this watermelon and kind of put it like right here. That's probably all I'll use on here. The rest of it's from like a barbecue. Oh, but look at the cute little lemons and the limes, because that will match down there. But I have a little plum. Why not? Then I'll finish up that sticker sheet. On this one, we have some cabbage and a corn. I like the corn a lot. Underneath our watermelon. Let's see. And maybe one more. I like the lettuce. And then this can go right up here at the top. It all began here. Isn't that true? Her first job. Perfect, like that. And then I have one more thing I wanted to bring in, because I have this big open area right here. So I thought I wanted to bring in this apple basket. I had this in my stash and I thought it was so perfect because it has the baskets, the same look we're looking for, and it's full of apples. So I think I'm going to tuck this, right under there. And let's slide it even under that photo, just to kind of be popping out and to get into my stash. So I know that the base page is very simple on this. And again, simple doesn't mean that it has to be boring or ugly. I brought in lots of tools to help create my layout the way I wanted it to look. Got on an extra photo, and I can still keep this story to one page. And there we go. So I hope that you enjoyed that. Let me know in the comments if you agreed. Was this a simple layout, or was that a little bit too much over the top to be considered simple? Okay, well, thanks for watching, everybody, and come back next week and see what we're going to do. Until then, take care. Bye-bye.